The clearest ancient description of the multiverse isn't in a physics paper or a Marvel script. It's in an apology, stammered by a god who had just been caught kidnapping children. The god was the creator of the universe himself. The one he apologized to was 5 years old. To understand how he ended up confessing and why his confession turned into cosmology, you have to know exactly what he did. The story comes from the Bhagavata Purana, and it opens with God as a 5-year-old. Krishna, not yet the philosopher of the Bhagavad Gita, is a barefoot boy in the cowherd village of Vrindavan, eating lunch on a riverbank with his friends while their calves graze in the forest nearby. Watching from far above, astride the white swan he rides, is Brahma, the creator god, the four-faced engineer of the universe, born on a lotus at the beginning of time. He has been hearing that this child is God himself, and he does not believe it. So, he designs a test. He steals the calves first, and when Krishna walks off to search for them, Brahma gathers up the boys as well, lays them spellbound and sleeping inside a mountain cave, and settles back to watch how a supposed god copes with losing everything. Krishna comes back to an empty riverbank. He does not chase Brahma. Instead, the text says, he becomes what is missing. He expands himself into perfect copies. Every boy, every calf, every stick and flute and half-eaten lunch. And at sunset, he walks them all home. The mothers of Vrindavan notice nothing, or almost nothing. From that evening on, each mother loves her son more fiercely than she can explain, because the boy she's feeding is secretly God. Here is the trap Brahma does not know he is in. Down in Vrindavan, that masquerade runs for 1 entire year. But Brahma lives on a different clock, and to him, an entire earthly year passes in less than a blink. So when he glances down, one heartbeat after his prank, he expects to find a village in mourning. Instead, he sees the boys and calves playing with Krishna exactly as before. That should be impossible. So he checks his cave. The boys are still there, asleep. Both sets, identical down to the last eyelash. And while Brahma hovers there, doing arithmetic that refuses to work, the riverbank turns on him. Every boy begins to glow. Every calf begins to glow. Each one swells into a 4-armed form of Vishnu, the supreme god this child was rumored to be. Skin dark as a rain cloud, dressed in yellow silk, holding conch, discus, mace, and lotus. Each form is being worshipped where it stands, by time itself, by the elements, by crowds of beings Brahma has no names for. And Brahma, alone in that meadow, is qualified to recognize what he's looking at. The text lists the entourage like an inventory. Around every form, the 24 raw elements material worlds are assembled from, with time, nature, desire, and karma beside them, embodied, bowing. That is a universe-building kit, the exact toolkit Brahma once used to build this world. And there are thousands of them, one beside every Vishnu, each complete. The creator of the universe is looking at thousands of beings, each one carrying everything his entire cosmos is made of. The text says he simply froze, like a clay doll. And just as suddenly, it all switches off. The light folds away. The year-long masquerade folds back into Krishna, and on the grass, there stands one small boy with a lump of rice in his left hand. the riverbank restored to the very moment the game began. Brahma comes down from his swan. With all four of his faces lowered, he washes the child's feet with his tears. What follows is his apology. And one line of it is what this whole story exists to deliver. "What am I before you?" Brahma asks. "But a creature 7 spans tall, measured by my own hand, sealed inside this one pot of a universe, while countless universes drift through the pores of your body like dust through a screened window." Countless universes, stated plainly, many centuries before the word multiverse existed. Whole universes, small as atoms, drifting through the skin of God. He is not inventing the image. He is reporting what he has just seen. The builder's toolkit, multiplied past counting, and recognizing in the boy in front of him the source his own lotus once grew from. But notice what the multiverse is actually doing in that verse. It is not world building. It is not a stage for sequels. It is an instrument of apology. Brahma's sin was a failure of measurement. He believed he was the largest thing in existence, and that belief is what let him treat children as test subjects. So the only apology that could fit the crime was a new measurement, spoken out loud. "This is how small I actually am." In this text, humility is not a feeling. It is arithmetic. To this day, pilgrims walking the Braj countryside around Vrindavan are shown the places where this is said to have happened. And Brahma's apology is still sung as a prayer, which may be the story's quietest lesson. For a proud being, the hardest words are not "I am sorry." They are "I am small." And sometimes it takes an entire multiverse to say them.